Good morning, everybody. It's Ms. Baker. Welcome again to week 1 of English 111 for the summer semester. And I am going to be posting messages every Monday to get us started for the week, to talk about things that we'll cover this week. And some days it might be videos and others it just might be announcements. But I thought I would do a video today and just welcome you guys again and go through what we need to talk about for this week. So if you take a look at your screen, you'll see, of course, the announcements page. And I'm going to go ahead and navigate to weekly assignment so that we can go over a little bit about what you're working on for week 1. And again, I think I said this before, but your week 1 will be 10 days because we started on a Thursday. So understand that our weeks will be shorter from now on. This week 1 ends this Sunday on the 26th, and then we'll start week 2 on next Monday morning. So I'm clicking on weekly assignments for week 1. And I'm hoping that Blackboard will cooperate. You are working so far on some administrative kind of things. The first thing that you guys need to do, if you haven't already, is complete the enrollment verification quiz. And it's not a graded quiz, but it has to be done so that I can tell the registrar that you have entered the class. And you'll see that that's due May 23rd, which is, I believe, Thursday. So you want to make sure you get that done right away. I did post an introductory video. Hopefully everybody's already seen that and that you've read over the syllabus and completed your student acknowledgement form. The big thing that I want to talk about today is what you're reading about in the Norton Field Guide, which is your large green book, and in the Little Seagull. In the Norton, you should be reading chapters 5 through 8, and that's on purpose, audience, genre, and stance. And for purpose, the first thing that we like to do in 111 is talk about why we're actually writing. What's the point of writing in the first place? Your discussion board this week is just an introduction. So your purpose is easy to understand. Your purpose is to introduce yourself to the class. Your audience is, of course, me, your teacher, and your classmates. The genre is just a discussion board thread. Genre means a category of writing. So it could be a website, a blog, a newspaper, a magazine. And then a stance is where you stand on a subject. Hopefully your stance is, yay, I'm glad to be in English 111. A stance really matters when it comes to things like argument, persuasion, or papers where you really have to make your opinion known on a subject. So in the Norton, you'll read a lot about purpose and why we write and how to get our point across with what it is that we really want our reader to get, what we're trying to convey through our writing. And in the Little Seagull, you'll learn about context in writing and the writing process. The writing process is the basic tool that you need for 111. The writing process is our building block for everything. And you'll see that the first step in the writing process is pre-writing or brainstorming. And that's something that I really want you guys to focus on this week, is thinking about your process, what it is that you normally do. Are you a person who sits down and just stares at the blank Word document and watches the cursor blink and thinks, oh gosh, what am I going to write? Or are you someone who maybe doodles, you do outlines, you do like a mind map? Are you someone who does those types of things? So when we look here at the writing process, that's W3 in your Little Seagull book, think about that whole process. Do you edit and revise and proofread? Do you gather all of your evidence before you start writing your paper? What is it that you really do? And then if we scroll down, you'll see that I've put your week 1 quiz here, introductions, and your student acknowledgement form. So again, in the Norton, this is all just week 1 learning what English 111 is really going to be about and starting at a good solid foundation. You may have a good foundation from high school English, But I think you'll learn that in college English, we approach things a little bit differently, and hopefully this week will get you going. So a couple of notes so far with what I've heard from people. The questions that I've had have generated around the student acknowledgement form. You can send that to me if you need to, but otherwise you can mark it as reviewed. It's under the syllabus tab. I'll show you here. You click on syllabus, and hopefully your internet's a little quicker than mine. And you can complete the student acknowledgement form PDF here. I'm in student preview mode, and it doesn't say mark reviewed on mine because, again, mine looks different from yours, but you should have a mark reviewed button that you can click on here. Back to weekly assignments. For the quizzes, your quizzes are not timed, but they are set so that you need to complete it in one sitting. So if you want to take an entire day to do it, if you want to spend 3 hours on it, whatever it is that you need to do, that's fine, but you do have to complete it in one sitting. And you cannot backtrack. So if you do close out the quiz before you're finished, just understand that you won't be able to go back in. Now, I've reset a couple of quizzes so far, but let me remind you that I am not going to do that from here on out. So starting with week 2, I will not reset quizzes. If you close it out, you'll just get the grade that whatever grade it was you had when the quiz closed out. So let me know if you guys have any questions about that. A note about attendance. Attendance is your participation in the course. So whereas a seated class would be you are coming to class, sitting down, and participating, online you have to complete the assignments that week or else you're counted absent. And you can miss 1 week's worth of assignments in this class before I will drop you with a withdrawal fail. The last day to drop this course is noted in the syllabus, so if you feel like this is a lot of work, which it is, we are shoving 16 weeks of work into 8 weeks over the summer, so it is a lot to handle. If you feel like it's something that you won't be able to do without missing several weeks, then email me and I'll be glad to talk about it with you, or you can always drop an ad in the fall. Of course, I want all of you to stay. But think about that, is that you only have 1 week's worth of work that you're allowed to miss before I will drop you. So let me know what questions you have. Again, we will have Monday messages every week. Sometimes there'll be videos, sometimes not. But I'm looking forward to working with everybody, and great job to those of you who have already posted your introductions. I have really enjoyed reading them, and continue to post pictures of yourselves so that we can see who's in our class. You guys have a great week.